Welcome back, everyone, to the League of Cinephiles. I'm your host for today, Commissioner Jack, and I'm joined for the first time in a while with my good friend, Mr. Dave Gonzalez. How are you doing today, good sir?
Hey, happy to be back. It's been a long time since we've worked together on this, so I'm a little rusty, but I'm very excited for this match. It's Final Four. We're near the end of this tournament. Can't wait to get started.
Absolutely. And also joining us for some pregame commentary, the man in the back, Mr. Luke Reviews. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Happy to be back in the producer role. Any chance to witness a match live, especially one as spicy as this one, is an absolute blessing.
Yes, and quite the match it's going to be. We have the final match of the Final Four before we get to our championship match, long awaited. We have the number 2 seed, Alex the host Helmer, facing off against number 6 seed, the Dark Knight Gil. Now, just based on first impressions, these two have been in the league, obviously, for quite some time. The last time they've played was last year's tournament in the Elite Eight. Helmer came out on top, but this time, I've got to say, Gil's been on the rise. I mean, he's been looking good with his duos partner, Ryan, and has been absolutely killing it in the tournament thus far. He's been scoring very high numbers over higher seeded opponents than him.
Yeah, I got to say, as one of the victims of this great run that Gil has had over the last couple of months, it's been great to see. I think you guys would agree he's one of the most improved players, if not the most improved player in the league. And his story all the way up to this round, pretty inspirational so far. I got to say, we can't really take sides. We shouldn't take sides, but I'm rooting hard for Gil in this match. I hope he can pull it off. He's been one of the most fun players to watch so far in this tournament.
Really solid averages in the first round, as well as when it comes to stealing points. So, like I mentioned, he's been putting up a lot of numbers. He managed to crest over 20 in his match against the number 3 seeded Gaul. And something else I think that is a very big potential for both of them, I feel like these two have similar category strengths. Luke, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Gil always coming at us with that Indiana Jones, and he more often than not seems to get it. It's forcing Jack, of course, to come up with more indie questions, but they remain to be very good questions. If you can land that, or even Alex can land that, he's very knowledgeable in that section as well. Yeah, that third round always seems to be the swinging factor. So we'll see if that plays a factor today.
And moving on to the host himself, looking at his stats, if he's able to win this, he's going to be the second player to have double-digit wins after Hunter. Again, just really consistent stats all around. But I do know Helmer's had a bit of stuff going on the side, some personal stuff. So to the extent at which that harbors his gameplay is something that I think is to be seen. But I think he has the potential to put that in the blind spot and just go full on wolf.
The interesting thing about Helmer, it's quite the impressive resume he's put together, but he's kind of always been the bridesmaid of the league. He just hasn't been able to get over the hump. He's basically, for all football fans out there, he's basically become the Peyton Manning of the LOC. Impressive regular season numbers, but he hasn't been able to get over the hump yet. Hopefully, maybe for him, this will be the moment he gets to the finals and maybe get that title.
Absolutely. And yes, whoever wins this match will be guaranteed a spot in the final match of the tournament, facing off against the number 1 seed Merck. That match will be coming to you here in sometime soon. But for the time being, how about we bring out our competitors?
Let's do it.
Alrighty. Now, Mr. Luke, we will see you at the end of the match for post-game commentary. And now, let's go on and bring in our first competitor.
Introducing first, representing the kitchen, the number 6 seed with a singles record of 6-3. He is one half of the duo film trivia clash champions of the world, the Dark Knight.
Boom.
Glad to see you here.
Gentlemen, it's the day. I've said all that needs to be said. Helmer, I have no idea what he's talking about. He makes this faction just to, be shafted on the sidelines for the entire season. He loses his partner. I genuinely don't know anything that he's saying. I got the belt. I'm on the run of the lifetime. Let's do this.
Gil enters the arena fired up and ready to go. I'd love to see the enthusiasm. And now let's go on and bring out his opponent.
And his opponent, representing the Wolfpack, the number 2 seed with a singles record of 9-4, and owner of the Dark Knight Guild, Alex, the whole Helmer.
Hi, Gil.
The mind
What's up,
going on?
buddy?
Hi.
All right, guys. Good to be here. So, Gil, it's been a while since I knocked you out of last year's tournament. I have to do it again this year in the Final Four this time. So hopefully I'm aiming to get you to cry. So I think I'm going to get to do that this year. Fingers crossed. No standing up, sitting down this time. No hoodie, no BS. Today we're going old-fashioned host to kick your ass. No more Dark Knight. That belt means nothing here. It is obsolete. Congrats. You won with a partner. Today you're alone. And my head versus your head, it's no competition. The host finals, here we go. Gil, not even worried.
The host Helmer coming in with some big words off the bat. Let's see how well they match up. But before we get started with the match, guys, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to stay in touch with all of our upcoming movie-related content. Now, let's move on to the rules of round 1. As I'm sure you guys know, there will be 8 questions in round 1. You'll have 15 seconds to answer each question. Competitors must write down their answers legibly and completely. You'll receive 1 point for each correct answer. You'll have 3 repeats and 1 challenge to use throughout the course of the match. And if one of you or both goes perfect in the first round, you'll receive the honorary Helmer bonus question for a potential 9th point. Helmer, are you ready?
I am.
The Dark Knight, are you ready?
Oh my God.
Always.
Pretty serious.
I got the gold. You
Not even
have
relevant as
never
that.
been able to do that.
And let's get ready to clash. Dave, you could get us started with the first question.
Sounds good. Celia May and Henry J. Waternoose are supporting characters from what animated movie? This is a good one, Jack.
Very much so. Big part of my childhood, that's for sure.
Oh,
Same
it's not
here.
the one I was thinking of.
All right, we have 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, let's start with Helmer on this one.
I don't know. Treasure Planet, sure.
And Gil.
It's not. I wrote Emperor's New Groove. That's not right.
Both competitors are wrong. We are looking for Monsters, Inc.
Oh, my.
Geez. Okay.
An animated feature.
Well,
Moving on now to the second question. In his cameo in Captain Marvel, Stan Lee is found rehearsing his line for his appearance in what Kevin Smith movie?
Big fan of Kevin Smith, as you
I was
are
going to say.
very well aware.
Yes.
Very
Never go wrong with Silent Bob.
Not at all. 4 seconds, gents. We have 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
We'll start with Gil
Clerks.
and Helmer.
I don't know. Jill and Silent Bob reboot?
No, Jane Silent Bob reboot did not come out for another 20 something years. So
The correct answer we were looking for is Mallrats. Mallrats.
Jeez.
Oh, that's not Dave. That's not what I meant. I thought it was like
You meant Strike
coming up,
Back.
like, in real time.
Strike
Yeah. What was the answer?
Mallrats.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. Dave with the third question.
Remember when I promised to kill you last? I lied, says Arnold Schwarzenegger in climax of what action movie? Have you seen this one?
One of my Arnie blind spots
It's a fun one.
had a big action phase in my early teens, kind of fell off. It'd be nice to get back into it.
All right, 2 seconds. 1. Pens down. We'll start with Helmer here. What do you have here?
I crossed out Commando and I wrote Last Action Hero.
And Gil?
I didn't write it in time.
Well, Helmer should not have crossed that out because the correct answer is Commando. Still no points on the board.
No scoring game. That makes the first strike even more intense once it comes. Your fourth question, gentlemen. Who directed The Natural, Sleepers, and Wag the Dog?
I've yet to see The Natural.
I saw it in a film class a while back. It's good.
It's not Field of Dreams, but it's probably 3 seconds, gents. 2, 1.
We will start with Gil.
I should know it. I wrote Rob Reiner.
And the host.
Barry Levinson.
And that first strike has been made. Barry Levinson is correct. Helmer with the first point. We're currently 1-0. Dave?
Which two actors sing a song Rewrite the Stars in The Greatest Showman?
Gotta know two names here.
I actually saw this movie recently for
Bad rap, this movie gets. I have a good time with it.
Yeah.
Some good
it's
songs
fun.
in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
4 seconds. 3, 2. Looks like the guys are ready.
Right.
All right, let's start with Helmer.
Zendaya and Zac Efron?
And Gil.
Yep. Zendaya, Zac Efron.
And Gil is on the board, and Helmer gets his second point.
Very.
Headphone.
For Gil, it's a momentous achievement. For me, it's another day at the office.
The second day. Your sixth question, gentlemen. Gil, is your headphone back in?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, cool. All right, your sixth question. How many Oscar nominations did The Bridge of Madison County, directed by Clint Eastwood, receive?
A big Helmer staple here, so he should
No.
get this right without even thinking twice on it. Never seen this movie, though.
Or have I?
Yeah. We have 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, pens down, gents. Helmer.
I wrote 2.
Okay. And Gil.
Such a good film. It's a shame that it only got 1.
And there is one of the competitors got it right, and the correct answer is 1. Gil ties it up at 2.
We are tied. No surprises here. We got 2 questions left here in the first round. Dave?
In Logan, Boyd Holbrook plays Donald Pierce, the leader of a group of mercenaries known as what? Have you seen this? I know you're not big on comic book films, Jack, but have you?
I saw it when it came out. I'm yet to go back to it, but I might now with a certain new movie coming out this weekend.
It's a good one. Definitely a good one. 3 seconds, gents. 2, 1. Helmer, what do you got here?
AIM, sure. That's a group in Marvel, I think.
And Gil, what do you got?
Pass.
Nope. All right. We're still tied at 2. The correct answer is the Reavers.
Jeez.
And your 8th and final question in round 1. In Blade Runner, replicants are said to have a built-in lifespan of how long?
I'm not even going to ask what you think about this movie, Jack.
Nope, Vangelis is all I need.
Yeah. And you're a bigger fan of 49 or original?
Original.
Awesome. 3, 2, 1. All right. Helmer, pens down.
Sorry,
All right.
I can
What do
barely
you got
see
here?
it. Sorry. 500 years.
Okay.
And Gil.
Or 120.
All right. So Gil was closer, but this is not the Price is Right. So the correct answer is 4 years.
What?
4 years.
All right. Well.
All right. Very, very low scoring first round, Jack.
That was
Yes.
hard.
Moving in now to round number 2. We are tied with 2 each. Each player must identify the name of the actor from the picture provided. There will be 3 pictures for each player to answer, and each question is worth the number of points it is in the sequence from 1 to 3 for each player. Now, since we are tied, the higher seed gets to choose whether they go first or defer. So, Mr. Helmer, would you like to go first or yield to the Dark Knight?
I'll go first.
And he's going to make the jump. Helmer receiving his first picture worth 1 point.
Billy Bob Thornton. Thornton. Sorry.
And he is correct. 1 point there for Mr. Helmer.
I forget.
Score is now.
People forget about the end. Gotta get the end.
We are now 3-2, bouncing it over to the Dark Knight for his 1 point picture.
Oh, jeez.
5 seconds. Go. 3, 2.
I don't
1.
know.
The correct answer we were looking for is Claire Danes. Claire Danes is the correct answer. Moving now to Helmer with his 2 point picture.
That is Jermaine Clement.
And he gets it for another 2 points. Alex now sitting at 5. Gil can still bring it really close with his next picture.
Is that Lucas Till?
Lucas Till is incorrect. We were looking for Garrett Hedlund. Garrett Hedlund.
Oh. Okay.
Helmer now with a chance to potentially extend his lead even further as he is given his 3 point picture.
Let's see. Wow. I don't know. Clark Peters. That's not him, but sure.
The correct answer we were looking for is Courtney B. Vance.
Oh,
Courtney B.
okay.
Vance.
Damn it.
Incredible in the People versus OJ.
Yeah, so damn good in that.
And now Gil with his 3 point picture and a chance to tie it up.
I have no idea. Jenna Malone.
Who the hell's Jenna Malone?
Wow.
The correct answer is who it is.
Great
What
pull,
a
Gil.
monumental
What a
pull. Jenna Malone is the correct answer.
Wow.
We are tied yet again, moving into
Unbelievable.
the third round, ladies and gentlemen. You love it or you hate it. It's the wheel round. Each competitor will have 4 questions, each of which are worth 2 points. All questions will correlate to one specific category that will be assigned to you via the Wheel of Truth. If you don't like what is first spun for you, you can choose to spin again, but you must stick with that second category that you land on. A competitor can choose to go to multiple choice in their questions, but if you do so, each question will only be worth 1 point. If a competitor misses a question incorrectly, your opponent will have a chance to steal. And your opponent cannot go to multiple choice if they are stealing from. A competitor cannot go to multiple choice unless the player they're stealing from has already done so. And if a competitor lands on a wild card slice, you can choose to either spin again, but you must spin with that, or you must stay with that second category that is landed. And a wild card spin can either land on spinner's choice, opponent's choice, or questions from a random actor's filmography. Brad Pitt, Newman and Redford, Star Wars, Kirk and Michael, Spielberg, release dates, Indiana Jones, 1980s, Oscars, musicals, new releases, and 2010s. All right, Helmer, since we are still tied, the higher seed gets to choose. Do you want to go first or defer to your opponent?
I always like to defer, so I'll defer.
All right, Gil's going to get his first spin here. Let's see what he lands on. That's some nice ASMR to back it up.
Yep. Curious as to where he wants to land, Jack.
It looks like he's going to get new releases just barely.
Does Skill even watch new releases?
Let's see his confidence level. Do you want to pick, or do you want to stay, or risk it all and spin again?
I'm going to spin again.
And he's going to spin again. See if he can hit something better.
Come on, Newman and Redford. Help me out. Oh my god.
And it's going to be wild card number 3. Who knows what this could possibly be? He cannot spin away. And wild card 3 correlates to the category of opponent's choice. opponent's choice.
Oh my god. He should have gone new releases. That's a strategy thing, Gil. Newman Redford.
And the opponent's choice is going to be Newman and
Sure.
Redford.
I actually hate Star Wars, so you could have.
I don't know, man. I don't like Star Wars right now either, so.
So let's see now what the host has to spin on the wheel for himself.
Strategic to give him Newman and Redford, but he's taking one of his choices off the board, I assume.
Yeah, that's true. Oh. Damn it!
And he lands on Star
I want
Wars.
Star Wars. Spin again.
He spins again without even thinking. Understandable.
I could have done that. I just don't know all the cool. Like,
And Helmer will be answering questions from the realm.
oh my god! Come on, man.
Two.
All right, well, 50-50.
Well, we have a 50-50 between that random actor's filmography and the highly coveted spinner's choice. Wildcard number 2 is spinner's choice.
Kirk and Michael.
Kirk and Michael. We got 2 combos of actors on the board right now. Alrighty, we are currently tied going here into round 3, starting off with Gil's category that is Newman and Redford. And I shall be taking care of those questions. Here is the first. What is the name of the oversight project Alexander Pierce uses to launch through S.H.I.E.L.D. in Captain America, the Winter Soldier?
One of the best MCU movies. And remember, Gil, you do have multiple choice. 5
We're going
seconds.
to use multiple.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty, and your choices are A, Project Overlord, B, Project Recall, C, Project Insight, or D, Project Solace.
Project Insight.
And Project Insight is the correct answer. That's 1 point there for the Dark Knight. Moving on now to the second question. Which Oscar nominee plays Laura Fisher in The Verdict?
He saw this movie.
Love this movie, by the way.
He's not gonna.
All right, 5 seconds,
Multiple.
Gil. All right.
Playing it safe with the multiple. Is it A, Brenda Blethyn, B, Charlotte Ramping, C, Miranda Richardson, or D, Kristen Scott Thomas?
All right. 5 seconds, Gil.
Yeah.
And you remember you have repeats.
C.
left.
C. Miranda Richardson.
Miranda Richardson is incorrect, going over to Helmer for the potential 1-point steal.
B, Charlotte Rampling.
Charlotte Rampling is correct. We are tied yet again, 6-6.
What was the question of that? Did it say Oscar nominee or winner?
A nominee.
Got it.
Your third question from the realm of Newman and Redford. Who directed Redford and Barbra Streisand in The Way We Were?
Thoughts on this?
Choice.
Oh,
I'm not
director.
not 100%.
Choice. Is it A, Robert Benton, B, Wolfgang Peterson, C, Richard Attenborough, or D, Sidney Pollack?
That did not help.
5 seconds, Gil.
Wolfgang Peterson.
Wolfgang Peterson is incorrect. Helmer with another chance to get a 1-point steal here.
D.
And
Sidney
D is correct. Sidney Pollack did direct The Way We Were. Gil now with his fourth and final question here with Newman and Redford. In what city does the Towering Inferno take place?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Los Angeles, B, Miami, C, San Francisco, or D, New York City?
Helmer, what is the answer? You wanna
I know
help
the
the guy
answer.
out?
I know the
Yeah.
answer.
Very strategic move by Gil.
It's multiple choice. He's never done that before.
We'll go with
6 seconds left.
San
3,
Francisco.
2.
It's
It might have
wrong.
been.
By the
It
fee.
might have been a guess, but it's the correct guess. San
Ah,
Francisco
okay.
is correct there for another point.
And
We
we are
now
tied
move.
again.
We now
Tie
move to
game, Gil.
tie, low scoring game. Alrighty, moving on now to Helmer's category. He chose Kirk and Michael. Here is the first question in that category.
Please
Dave,
don't be MCU. Please don't be MCU.
How many Oscar nominations for acting has Michael Douglas received? Surprising number, right, Jack?
1.
And that is correct.
did receive a picture nomination for Cuckoo's Nest, but don't count that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Here is the second question.
Who directed Kirk Douglas in 1952's The Bad and the Beautiful?
Oh, yes. A wonderful picture indeed. Vicente Minnelli.
And that is correct again. Helmer going 2 for 2 so far.
Now with the third question.
In 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, the submarine is attacked by what type of aquatic creature?
Squid. Is a squid specific enough, or do you need more specific?
Was that your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. And that is correct again.
Okay. Would you accepted Kraken or no? Because that was
No.
Oh, thank
Kraken.
God. Oh, thank God. Okay.
I would, as a Clash of Titans enjoyer, I can confirm that is not the Kraken. Alrighty.
And final question coming up. Michael Douglas stars alongside Morgan Freeman and Kevin Kline in what 2013 comedy about retirees throwing a bachelor party for their last single friend? What
Oh
a
my
question.
God. I'm pretty sure Robert De Niro's in this, right?
Who knows?
It's not going in style. It's the oh my God.
5 seconds.
Okay, I'm winning anyways.
4.
Multiple choice.
All right. Let's see those choices. Is it A, King of California, B, Las Vegas, C, The Big Wedding, and D, and so it goes?
Las Vegas, I'm pretty sure.
And that is correct. Helmer goes perfect. And he takes a substantial lead at 14-7 as we hit the final round.
Yes, everybody knows what comes
Most
next.
points you've scored in the tournament. Nice.
The quite beloved or quite feared Clint Eastwood round, everybody. Competitors will have 3 numbers, all of which will correlate to 3 different directors that their questions will be related to. Competitors will receive a 2, 3, and 5-point question with the numbers they choose correlating to 3 directors. Competitors will choose which of the 3 directors they've randomly received to correlate with each of their 3 questions. Whoever has the most points at the end of this round will be declared the winner. And if there is a tie at the end of this round, then we will go into overtime. All right, the numbers have been chosen for the director round. Gil will be answering directors 3, 7, and 12. His 2-pointer will be Ron Howard. His 3-pointer will be Clint Eastwood. And his 5-pointer will be the 3 amigos, that being Alfonso Cuarón, Guillermo del Toro, and Alejandro G. Inarritu. Helmer chose 4, 5, and 8. His 2-pointer will be the Coen brothers. 3-pointer, Scorsese, and 5-pointer, Hayao Miyazaki. Since Gil is down, we now go to him with his first question, his 2-pointer from the realm of Mr. Ron Howard.
And remember, Gil, you have your 3 repeats remaining. Yep. Which Formula One racer did Chris Hemsworth play in Rush? Solid film.
I know one person is a big fan of it.
For sure.
Hunt was his last name. Do you need full name?
Yes, please.
2 seconds. You want to repeat?
Hunt.
Could you say that again? You kind of cut out there.
He said James Hunt.
James Hunt.
And that is correct. Great pull by Gil.
Very good. Gil's now up to 9 against Helmer's 14. So there are definitely still more points to be earned. Got your Ron Howard question right. Now let's see the 3-pointer from Mr. Clint Eastwood. This is number 10. Who plays Sully's wife
Oh man.
in Sully?
He did not watch Sully, it seems. Sully's Dreams.
I actually did. Laura Linney.
Oh, fuck.
What? Oh, he had you in the
Wow.
first half. Laura Linney
Well-
is correct. We are now sitting at 12-14.
Alrighty.
Gil has clawed his way back up with a chance to overtake the lead. Now with his 5-point question. Category number 12 was the Three Amigos. Here is the question.
Michael
Michael Keaton shoots off what part of his body at the end of Birdman?
And you have all your repeats left.
Yeah.
Five seconds.
Repeat.
Alrighty.
Is he actually thinking or just running down the clock, not wanting to leave any repeats on the table? Who knows?
Who wants to be a millionaire?
I think it's his nose. We'll lock that in.
And nose is correct. Gil
Well
with
done.
5 points. Gil just had a masterclass of a director's round. Bouncing the questions now back to Helmer. He chose numbers 4, 8, and 13. Here comes his 2-pointer from the realm of the Coen brothers. Here you go, Dave. Oh, let me find it. Wait, that's not. Yeah, here we go.
Which character actor plays Cy Abelman in A Serious Man? And Helmer, you have all your repeats.
Yeah.
5 seconds. 3, 2,
I forgot
1.
his name. I blanked.
The correct answer we were looking for was Fred Melamed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Helmer needs to answer these next 2 questions to win.
Alex needs to answer this to at least stay tied. Otherwise, he'll be forced with the stress of this 5-point question. Here it is. U2 received an Oscar nomination for Best Original Song for The Hands That Built America, which is from what Scorsese movie?
Oh, my God. I actually don't know this.
And I believe you have all 3 repeats on
Yes,
the
he
table.
does. And 4 seconds remaining. 3,
Repeat.
2. Okay.
2 left.
Gangs of New York.
And Gangs of New York is correct.
Yes.
3 points there for Alex Helmer. We are tied, ladies and gentlemen. It all comes down to this, potentially.
Oh boy.
If Helmer misses this question, we do indeed go into overtime. If he gets it right, pack up your bags and we're going home. His 5-point question. Here it is. What film marked Miyazaki's 3rd feature and the first official Studio Ghibli film?
Motherfucker. Fuck. What the fuck? I don't know this. Fucking
Oh, yeah.
overtime, man. I mean,
5
get my repeats
seconds.
back.
4.
Repeat. I mean,
All right.
fucking, I've seen some. All right, I've seen this one. This one's pretty old. The animation isn't the best. Fucking hell.
5, 4. You have one more repeat. 3,
Repeat.
2. All right. The inner turmoil is on full display. 4, 3, 2.
Ponyo.
And Ponyo is incorrect. We were looking for Castle in the Sky. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving now to overtime. Oh, all right, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in some time, We are in overtime. This is, to my knowledge, the first overtime we've had in a tournament. You will receive an unlimited number of questions from a realm of random TLOC categories. Each question is going to be worth 1 point. The first player to get a lead over the other will win the match. And you guys will have 1 repeat and 1 challenge here in the round. All right, gentlemen. Best of luck to you. It's been a great match. Close it out. Gentlemen, here is your first question in overtime. From the realm of the 1980s, to 2 decimal points, how much power is needed to power the flux capacitor in Back to the Future?
The fact that
Well,
the
Doc
pins are
Brown
not
says this
moving is very upsetting to a Back to the Future fan like me. We have 5 seconds.
decimal
4,
point?
3,
2 decimal points,
2,
yeah.
1, and
All right,
Helmer?
we'll start with Helmer. Yeah.
I don't know. 4.25?
and Gil.
No, I wrote 0.88, which is the wrong number from the movies.
So 88 miles per hour is where it needs to go, but we were
Yeah,
looking for 1.21 gigawatts.
yeah.
Yes.
In the
From the
realm.
category of Fast and Furious,
Oh my God.
What is
what is
Hobbs?
Hobbs' first name?
Yep.
Quick
No.
pen from Helmer.
No.
No.
Gil blanking a little bit.
Alrighty. Pens are down for both. Helmer, let's start with you here.
Luke.
And Gil.
Question 3. Get ready, Luke.
Helmer
Correct
is very
answer
upset
is Luke.
because we are still tied.
Oh, 18, 18.
And let's just say this is where the fun begins.
Oh boy.
Score, Luke.
Now with the third question here in overtime. From the category of Disney, what number experiment is Stitch from Lilo and Stitch?
Not as big on this movie.
Why are these number questions here?
We're
I'm a
taking
big,
a
I'm a
math
big
test.
fan of this movie. A lot of nostalgia.
5 seconds, gents. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Gil this time.
100. I have no idea.
7?
We're continuing this game because the answer is 626.
Experiment 626. Yes.
Bro.
Another name they call him in the movie.
Yeah.
Your fourth question from the realm of sci-fi. In the 2010s Planet of the Apes trilogy, what was the name of the given to the virus that caused the pandemic?
Great trilogy.
Very much so.
4 seconds left, gents. 3, 2, 1. All right, we'll start with Helmer.
COVID-19. I don't know.
I wrote the same thing.
We are continuing this game, but it's not because you are correct. The correct answer is
Oh, no shit.
simian flu.
Yes.
Oh,
The what?
simian flu. Jack, enjoy this one for my friend.
Oh, here we go. Got kind of a hybrid question here for you.
Hybrid.
This could be a category for courtroom drama and also animation at the same time. The question is, Kiefer Sutherland plays a lieutenant in A Few Good Men, but in what animated DreamWorks film does he voice an army general?
What?
Helmer's pen moving a little quick here.
I don't know if this is.
5 seconds, gents. 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, we'll start with Gil
The Iron Giant.
and Helmer.
I don't know. Megamind?
Both answers are Incorrect. We were looking for Monsters versus Aliens.
You are
The
kidding me!
I
Are
thought
you
you had that.
serious?
I thought you had that.
The game continues.
Wow.
You know what? Can I challenge?
Wait.
I'm gonna challenge.
That you
Kiefer
think
Sutherland is in Megamind. I mean, it's probably not, but I'm gonna challenge
But
Kiefer
it's-
Sutherland is in Megamind.
But it's not that he's in it, it's what he plays. Luke
But he
specific.
could play the same character in Megamind.
It's,
He has to be a general in Megamind.
but if
Yes.
he's a
Kiefer
general,
Sutherland is not in Megamind.
Okay, there you go.
All right.
Letterbox
I lose
can
my count.
confirm.
There we go. Okay.
In the category of Disney, what was the last Disney Animation Studios film to win Best Animated Feature? Not Pixar, I should add.
Both guys writing. Looks like they're feeling good about this. We have 5 seconds.
oh,
Four,
repeat.
All
Repeat.
right.
There's
Using
a
the
repeat.
repeat.
There goes
Could be
my
big.
repeat.
All right. Helmer, Gil, are you ready?
Let the clock run.
All right. So 5 seconds left.
Sorry. Okay. Okay.
Alrighty. Let's start with Helmer.
I don't know. Encanto?
And Gil.
And Gil.
Yeah.
And Kanto is the correct answer. We are still tied, ladies and gentlemen.
What do you have originally?
Zootopia.
Wow.
Good call there.
change. Good change.
Good change. Alrighty. Here is your next question in overtime from the realm of movie release dates. Kevin Smith, James Cameron, and David Lynch
God.
all released films in what year?
Have you seen all of these, Jack?
2 of the 3. Unless I'm blanking on one of the directors, I'm pretty sure it's just 2.
5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right.
All
Gil?
right.
Shot in the Dark. 1997.
And Helmer.
1994?
And your winner, the Dark Knight Gil.
Very, very well done. Those releases were Titanic, Lost Highway, I think, and
Yes, that is correct. Lost Highway
Mhm.
and you're the Kevin Smith guy.
Chasing Amy.
Chasing Amy. Very, very well done. A absolute bloodbath of a match. Gil is able to take the stride even further, make his way into the final 2. Gil, that was a crazy match. Your
that was
score
something
got
else.
doubled on in round 3, but you managed to hang in there, take the punches, and now you're in the championship. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling mixed because that was not, I played very poorly. I think we can all recognize that. Helmer had me in, every round. He was just doing everything better than me. And then it just came down to the luck of the directors, me pulling 3 great directors when I think every other match this season, I feel like I've had bad luck with that. That was stressful. Merc and I took Merc to the very last question the last time that we played, and then when we played in duos, me and Ryan won this guy. But no, Helmer is I did what I set out to do, and now I'm in the finals, which I mean, that's kind of cool. That's really cool.
One of the best director rounds we've ever seen in the league. The pressure was all there. You needed
Absolutely.
all 3. You needed all 3.
I do believe that he's quite possibly the best to play this game. So to share the screen with him was awesome. Great match all around, guys.
Yes, and congratulations
Congrats.
once again, Mr. Dark Knight. We will see you soon in the finals. A battle well fought, my friend. You had a miraculous spin on the wheel, put up some really good points, and it really just came out to that last minute strikeout. How are you feeling after this?
Not great. Obviously, I wanted to reach the finals. I reached the Final Four last year, so I'm just kind of treading a water I've already kind of tread upon in the past. So it sucks, but there's no one to blame but myself. If it was a tie, which means any other point in the match where I could have gained even 1 point, I would have won. So the Commando one I crossed out. Fred Melamed, that was another one. Like I'm like 75% of the direct round. I can't miss my 2, and I missed my 2. So
I'll throw the same question I threw at Gil. How were you feeling before the direct round? Did you think you had any?
I felt great going in. Obviously, he had to come back. He was losing by 7, and even if he did come back, all I had to do was hit some, and that's my strongest round. So today, I don't blame myself for the 5. I would have never known that, but the 2 I should have hit. But it really, again, it comes down. I hit 2 in the first round, and that's where I kind of failed to meet expectations. That's not great. 2 is terrible. That's really bad. Overtime questions. I had several other opportunities to pull it out, and I didn't. So I have no one to blame but myself. Yeah.
Yes, and I don't think anybody can say that it was not a battle well hard fought. You still played great. Still had some really good pulls. What do you think is next coming into season 4 for the number 2 seed, Mr. Helmer?
I don't know. I think I'm close to being done. I'm close to being done. I don't know. At some point, you just have to wonder. I don't know. I've done a lot. Except reach double-digit wins, which maybe one day, but I don't know. I think in the past when I've played, there's been so much kind of more pressure on me to like win titles and stuff like that. But I'm kind of content with how I've played in this league for a long time, and I love watching others play. Obviously, I love making questions, hosting it, all of that. So, but,
Absolutely.
I don't. Yeah, I wonder if I don't know. I don't know if I will play again. So we'll see.
And if that does end up being the case, a lightning match to end on here. Let's just take a little breather here.
Take a breath.
A phenomenal game. This is what the Final Fours are meant for. I mean, this past NCAA tournament had plenty of crazy endings. This is akin to many of them. What is just your initial post-game thoughts just before we bring in our good buddy here, Luke, for some additional commentary?
I'm glad this is the match I returned to guest host. This is a hell of a match, and fitting, I'd say, that these two who faced last year in the Elite 8 got to face off in the Final Four this year. And apropos, we go into overtime, and it was just the luck of the draw of who got that 1 year correct and who didn't. And hell of a match. Hell of a match.
Absolutely. And Luke, I mean, we all know Helmer has been one of the long mainstays of the upper echelon trivia competition, but Gil, I mean, that trajectory of his just isn't stopping him at this point. I mean, the number 6 seed here in the finals, it was already crazy enough having a 6 seed and a 13 seed in the Final Four, but having a number 6 seed in the finals against the 1 seed, I think that really means there's a lot of more so levels rather than numerical rankings of trivia players, and I absolutely think that Gil has sealed himself a spot in that very, very top tier.
Gil, with his trajectory, as you mentioned, is definitely capable of upsetting Merck. I only hope that match is as explosive and close as this one was, because as we all saw behind the scenes, it was quite hectic.
Oh yeah. Yes, Gil's a 6 seed, but he's not playing like one. He's playing like one of the best players in the league right now.
No, absolutely, and I can only begin to verbalize how excited I am for this next match. But you all will have to stay tuned, because coming to you guys soon, the final match for a chance to go up against the champion himself, number 1 seed Merc with the movies versus number 6 seed Gil the Dark Knight. This is going to be a match for the ages, I can already tell. We will be bringing you the championship match here in the near future. The number 1 seed Merc versus the number 6 seed Gil the Dark Knight. This will be one hell of a match. I can't wait for it myself. Signing things off here on the League of Cinephiles. I have been your host today, Commissioner Jack. Be sure to like, subscribe, and stay up to date on all of our movie-related content. And until the championship, ciao.